don't go in the water. I don't trust it.
How much does a polar bear weigh? Enough to break the ice.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Outspoken Gents podcast. What's going on, fellas?
Hey there.
Living dreams.
Very cool. Hey, we're not going to have Johnny with us tonight. He's working on getting settled in down there in southern Texas. Hey, quick reminder right off the top. I just want to remind you guys,
Roll Tide. It's
go to YouTube, hit subscribe, hit like. We're now on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. We have our own website, outspokengents.com. You can find, there's links to all of our content in all of those places. Right now we have, I believe, 5 videos posted or podcasts posted. We're working on, some cool new things, possible new formats, possibly getting some video up in the near future. But we appreciate you guys sticking with us during this kickoff time. And let's get right into the show. Doug, what do you got for us this week?
Area 51 was over 1 million.
These people are crazy
people now. These people are fucking nuts, dude. I don't understand it. There's 1 million people that say they're going. They're going. It's a freaking huge thing on Facebook. It's an event on Facebook. 1 million people say that they're going to storm Area 51 because they can't stop them all.
They're gonna die.
They're gonna die.
Gonna die.
You don't think they got those laser weapons working? That was the first thing. They didn't care about the free energy systems or anything like that. They just wanted to make the rocket blasters, work.
Well, the big thing is finding aliens and creating another subspecies by clapping cheeks with aliens. They just want to get in there, and they're just gonna walk by and be like, "That dude, you see that dude? Yeah, he fucked a Martian once."
Yep. What's that movie? Oh, that's Jay and Silent Bob. Yeah.
Never seen it.
It's great. Oh, you're missing out, dude. Can you live?
Fucked an alien. Yeah, dude.
But there's a couple of conspiracies.
Is absolutely on the top 5 all-time. What do you call those?
Raunchy?
No. Cult classics. It's like one of the top 5 all-time cult classics. I loved it.
I could see that. It's great. Clerks 2 is great too. Never go ass to mouth. Sometimes you do, but not all the time.
Well, her pussy troll won't let me.
So she has like a mini dick, right? She just got like a small penis. No, it's just in the large clitoris.
Oh, that's funny. So, anyways, getting back to Area 51. What were you gonna say, Doug?
So there's a couple conspiracies right now. I don't know if they're memes, but there's a couple conspiracies saying the government set this up because you need more than 250 people to try and overthrow the government to create or to instate martial law.
Well, that's fucking scary.
That's fucking nuts, isn't it?
That's scary.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
I'm on the good side of it. So
are y'all on high alert?
Safe.
Are you guys on high alert? No. I guess that's the Air
not.
Force versus other branches of the military.
Yeah, they don't.
Yeah, the Air Force came out and said please don't try it. There will be loss of life. A bunch of other very demeaning things. They're like, hey, please don't try this out.
Yeah, and to that point, there's also another conspiracy saying that they're setting this up to test out a new bomb. It gives them the right to test out a bomb. So,
Interesting. Well, yeah, I don't know that you can really. I don't know that this is gonna work. I do feel like this is more of a. This could be like a government setup, like weed out all the dipshits. Like whoever actually. How many people do you think
selection.
How many people do you think are actually showing up? There's 1 million out there. What do you think? 45%?
Dude, it's so hard. That's insane. That percentage. What did you say? You said 25%?
I said 45.
45. 450,000 people. You think you're going to show up? 500,000 people are going to show up to this? That's fucking nuts.
You know what, man? I'm gonna get on the side of the people here. People want answers. Okay, we're tired of being lied to about this subject. We've seen proof. We've seen a dozen documentaries. We've seen countless, conspiracy theory people talk about it with legit facts, details, sightings from naval officers, sightings from naval pilots, sightings from Air Force pilots, sightings from FAA people, sightings from commercial airplanes. You know. I don't know how long you can keep this in the dark before you just have to acknowledge something.
Okay, but even if they do, so say that they go through with this, you don't think that they're gonna move all of this stuff beforehand? They have a fucking date set, like just precautionary. Like, we don't think all these fucking people are gonna come, but if they do, all this stuff is gone. This stuff's moved. It's not gonna be here when they get here. Like,
Bro,
do you really think the military and the government's that dumb?
They're not gonna be able to get in.
Bro, they're not even going to be able to get within 20
It's gonna be
miles of the
like,
place.
what was that fucking movie, World War Z? Where
They will
fucking zombies just
absolutely.
start climbing each other over the fence.
If you think I'm joking, no, people won't get that rabid about it. First couple people die, they'll all turn around and run. You're talking about a bunch of, in my opinion, potentially hippie conspiracy theorists, not real, strong guys. I understand all the celebrities are like, I'll be there. Bring me a 12-pack, I'll be there. Yeah, no
Steve
Stone
Austin.
Cold. No Stone Cold. I don't know that you will be there. You know what I mean? I don't know that you are going to show up.
What's up with? Do you guys watch anime at all? Do either one of you watch
The
anime?
Naruto run. Yeah. If we all Naruto.
What is this?
So you ever seen the kid in class who like ran with his hands back like this? But like, so allegedly it makes you run faster. It doesn't.
It doesn't.
But
It's not
they, in Naruto they all run with their hands back like this, and they just like swift around. They don't even really run.
Can't see us because we're talking. Cody
Yeah, you like lean at a 45 with your hands.
Head first.
Yeah. It's almost like a sprinter's lean, if you will, but you're constantly running like that. It's a Naruto run. Usually there's a samurai sword in one hand, some sort of something in the other hand.
Is it Naruto or Naruto?
Naruto, whatever you want to call it. I don't know. I never watched it. We'd have to get our boy Miles on here to talk about
anime.
Something.
Anime.
Kamehameha.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Miles is huge into that. So I just don't get it. Do you think that so what's your percentage? Do you think 45% of people are going to show up to this?
Man, I think honestly you probably got a nice window of 25 to 35%. John, what do you think?
God.
I don't think anybody shows up.
You don't think anybody shows up?
I was gonna say less
I think
than
it's
1%.
I think it's a few diehards. No, I don't think it's 1%. I'm thinking you're getting minimum. I'm thinking you're getting 5% there.
Pay attention to that day, because I bet you something else happens. I bet you the government has set this up to take your attention away from something else.
Ooh, like how we were talking about before with the conspiracies.
Something else is gonna happen that day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You see the diagram? You see the diagram of how they're going to attack it? They had like 4 lines going straight to it, 2 lines going in the middle, and then 3 flanking it from the freaking outsides. Like it's crazy that this is getting so much like publicity that like a simple like hoax of a Facebook event is actually like getting media attention. Like shouldn't we be more worried about other things that are going on?
And that goes back to what John just said. Like, I guarantee you, this is the major look moment right before the prestige. You know what I mean? This is the, whoops. Oh, yeah. We just enacted martial law because you guys were attacking our military base. Sorry.
We just bombed Iran. So.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. My bad. By the way, we're dispatching 500,000 troops to Iran. All forces.
All forces.
Yeah. We're calling all reserves.
Yeah, I hope that doesn't happen to us because we're 1 month away from our surge period. So in the Navy.
Yeah.
And then I was about to get to it. In the Navy, once you get off of deployment, so my command just got back from their deployment. So you have a 90-day grace period where you can get surge, which is basically you can get sent out back on the boat to like go back out there. to go back out on another deployment if need be. Once that 90 days hit, there's a government policy saying, okay, you guys hit your 90 days. We didn't need you guys. We have other, squadrons that are up and ready to go, so you guys can go with your plan of the day. So
Gotcha.
we're 30 days from that. So I hope. Oh, this September 20th? Nice. We're good. We're Gucci. That's like 2 months away. Whew.
Just watch the days. Yeah, I would add on to what John said. Watch the days before and after. Watch the news. Go to Google News, okay, and watch, like, if you go to the very top, whatever that third or fourth article is, and it's usually about politics. Watch that. See what happens there. Okay. Scroll down a few times, and then see what happens.
Yeah, I wouldn't trust Google though. Google's very left-leaning, so
no comment.
No comment.
It's true, but no comment.
Yeah, it's true, but no comment. They don't call the rights Nazis or.
So this is kind of a fun story to get us off aliens and possible government corruption. Fed sees 1.3 billion in cocaine on ship owned by megabank J.P. Morgan.
Oof.
There's 18 tons of cocaine on this cargo liner.
Sounds like an awesome party.
It was a Libyan rounded up ship, and they were talking in the article about how there's a big rise in cocaine production coming out of Africa. Could be a big deal. But
let's just open up our borders and let them all come in so that we have, open borders. We bring everybody in. We bring all this drugs, cocaine, everything, no checks. Just let them all in. Just bring them all in, right?
I'm just saying, guys, you can't stop them all. If there is one ship with $1.3 billion of cocaine on it, how many of those ships do you think?
Shipment.
How many of those shipments do you think are coming in?
Not that big. There's no way it's that big. To get into the U.S., something 18 tons.
Bro, you ever watch those? You ever watch those Border Patrol shows? Like Border Crossing Agents on Discovery, Yeah. Border Patrol are us. So, yeah, those guys. So you'll watch those shows, and every single episode, somebody's trying to smuggle in either money, fake IDs and passports, fake items, like fake knockoff purses and stuff like that, or hard drugs. It's pretty incredible. Every single time they catch somebody, like at least one person with, enough drugs to, put them in jail, and they're usually not from here.
So for everyone that they catch, how many do you think get through?
I'd probably say for every 3 they catch, 7 come in.
That's pretty fair.
So they get 30% of everything that comes in.
No, they get 70%.
We have a huge drug problem, and that shit's not grown here.
Yeah, it's not at all. But, we want to open our borders and let everyone come in so we can't catch
you say that, Doug, but it's really interesting. I'll just highlight another possible conspiracy theory for you. It's really interesting, the U.S.'s interest in Afghani poppy fields and how that plays a role in our constant involvement in the Middle East.
Isn't it more in the oil fields,
well,
not really the poppy fields?
Is it? Because oil and drugs have a very similar... I mean, the CIA's been caught bringing drugs into our country. Period. For nothing more than to catch the guy at the top. Okay. All right. I'll buy it once or twice. Okay. When you got Barry Seal flying over the Bahamas with a, couple $1 million worth of cocaine every other day. I don't know.
They got those U.S.
$1.3 billion.
When I keep seeing Clint Eastwood, driving his Lincoln Navigator truck across country with, multiple, pounds of cocaine in it.
I'm a mule.
I'm just a mule. I don't have any answers for you. I don't even know his name.
Jesus Christ, that's your car.
Oh man, but anyways, I just thought it was an interesting story. Allegedly, there's some tracing back to J.P. Morgan. It's a major bank, if you guys didn't know.
Like to his bank
No,
or
that
to him
the
personally?
ship, the cocaine ship that was seized was owned by J.P. Morgan.
That I don't think that has anything to do with that. Just puts a name to it.
Yeah.
I don't know if that has anything really to do with like him, like, oh, he's bringing in 1.3 billion. I don't
Apparently,
think
they
this fool
bought
needs
it.
to bring in anything. He's more going to be more of the white collar crimes and the Wall Street side rather than fucking, cocaine.
Allegedly, they bought it to assist with their like asset assistance program, where it's like they basically buy a bunch of like logistics vehicles and logistics companies to help their other assets move certain things around. You know what I mean? So
Like cocaine.
it's like interesting, like like cocaine.
Like
Exactly.
cocaine.
There's a secret branch at J.P. Morgan. They call themselves the Cocaine Cowboys. Their job, ship cocaine all over the world. Oh man. Hey, so we'll steal one from Johnny. Shout out to Johnny. He's not with us tonight. Tough loss. We'll get him back next time. What subscription services do you guys use? What's your guys?
Okay,
Let's do this. What's your guys's No, no everything. I want to know everything. I'm not talking about TV. I'm not talking about Manscaped. I'm talking about all of it. You know what I mean? Dollar Shave Club. Anybody Dollar Shave Club?
No.
Nope.
Nope. No ads, no free
JC's
ads, but we did
beard, so.
Quip. I do a Quip every single month, and I also do the Manscaped one. You know?
So
Yeah.
the only subscription.
Yeah, I got that. I got that lawnmower. It works real well too. Gentle.
Gentle.
I do the old school barber, just a switchblade.
Just a straight razor.
Yeah.
I like to live on the edge.
Just a straight razor. That's dangerous.
Yeah. Stickle end up looking like a piece of leather after a while. You sharpen your blade on it. Just all that tough skin. Anyways, Doug, anything?
I have Spotify. I have just the normal stuff like Spotify, Netflix,
like stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, nothing really outside of that. I don't really have any subscriptions that send me stuff every month.
We did the math. So Courtney and I, my wife and I, we went back and we did the math on what we pay for subscriptions per month for the entire year, and then we did the math on cable. And what we pay in internet plus subscriptions was like $60 or $70 higher than what we would be paying for cable.
Yep.
And that included hold on, that included Apple Music and Spotify and Pandora, because we all have like, I have a Pandora and an Apple, she has an Apple and a Spotify. I'm exaggerating here. I don't really know what she has, but we both have a bunch of them.
But that's not cable though. Like you can't get those like subscriptions on cable like Apple and Spotify and Pandora.
The numbers are a little skewed, but it's still slightly more expensive or the same price, and I get more stuff with cable. I'm sorry, Sling TV. Like, while you're a cool thing, why don't I get the ABC game on Sundays?
Yeah, it sucks, dude.
Why do I gotta go to my ESPN3?
Orange.
Bro, I got the blue orange and I gotta watch it through ESPN3. You can watch it, but it's only the night game, and you have to watch it through ESPN3.
Yep.
Which is the
and
same.
Just Reddit stream it.
Yeah.
That's what I do with everything that I can't watch on my subscriptions. I go to Reddit. But a lot of times when you have like one certain cable subscription, you can go to each one of those apps and then you can log in through them, and then you can watch whatever you want to watch on those ones. The only ones you can't do that with are like Netflix.
Yeah, I heard that Netflix is going to be tanking soon because they're getting all of their content, all of their movies that are not Netflix originals are getting pulled from Netflix.
I mean, what, Disney's getting pulled, ABC stuff's getting pulled, like...
Yeah. Well, that's all under the Disney umbrella.
All these shows, so what, like...
Friends is leaving. The Office is leaving.
Yeah.
Yeah. So apparently they're going through some things right now. So I told Courtney, I was like, honestly, like the Netflix originals aren't really that even good, you know? Like
There's some,
we get Adam
like
Sandler
Black
every 2
Mirror.
years. Okay.
Like there's some like Stranger Things. You were just talking about Stranger
Yeah.
Things, so
Big shout
that's a
out.
big one that everyone's doing
Big
or
shout out to
watching.
my guy Stephen Ranella at the Meat Eater podcast.
Oh wow.
Never met the guy, but
Oh,
I
never mind.
love.
I was thinking of Bob Bernella.
No, no, not our old science and computer teacher. No, not that guy, John. Sorry.
He just looked like a good fella that was in witness protection.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I was an accountant for the mob. That's what Bob Ranella looked like. That's funny. Oh man. Did you guys see that astronomers have apparently found 2 planets that could potentially support life?
How far are they?
Only 14 light years.
Huh. Yeah. So
Skipping a
who's
jump.
gonna get there?
I'm skipping a jump, buddy. I don't know. If we were to build a base on the moon, maybe we could have a better chance at that.
How would we have a better chance of that? Doesn't it only take like a couple months to get to the moon?
It takes like a few days.
Oh, right. Oh, so it takes a few days to get to the fucking moon, but you're talking about going 14 light years away.
Well, when we storm Area 51 and we steal the super rocket
We'll get
boosters
that.
that the
Yeah,
government is
we'll
hiding.
get that gravity propulsion system.
Yeah. We'll get that anti-gravity system installed in one of these rockets, and we'll be flying, bro.
We'll be there. We'll get there.
Everywhere.
So
We'll
now
have
that you say that, do you think that we're already like close to there?
I think we're getting close. I think that there's a large push for this right now in the private sector. And with companies like Blue Origin, which is Steve Bezos or Jeff Bezos' company, with SpaceX and NASA, kind of teaming up on a couple of things, and then with the Virgin something or another, I forget what it's called.
Oh yeah, you're talking about what's his fucking faces?
Yeah, Richard Branson has
Yeah.
they're
Sir Branson.
way up to space, but I don't know. I think if we can get this whole sustainable rocket thing going, where we can actually reuse the same rockets and they land themselves and everything like that, I think that's a really critical first step to solving the cost issue.
Well, that's already been going on with SpaceX. Like he's already accomplished that, but we're talking about going further. We're talking about like fucking going into another galaxy, or another solar system.
I don't think even if we did find another planet that could support life, I don't think anybody's going. I think people are so comfortable here. No one's going. No one's going up there to work to build more houses and shit.
Yeah,
What
dude,
about the
are you
cost, though?
kidding me?
We're
Are you
lazy as
kidding me?
fuck. Americans
Bro.
are lazy as fuck.
There's guys who will literally go sit in the mud for a week. Shit, man, there's people who'll do anything.
So what about you guys have seen the movie?
Imagine the hazard pay you
Passengers?
get for working on the moon.
I know it'd be great. It'd be amazing.
And the
There's some
first people
space tokens.
that are going up are
Space tokens.
yeah. Oh, what else are you
Get
gonna
space
have?
currency.
Yeah,
Hey, maybe that's the future of digital currency. Bitcoin.
yeah, the cryptocurrency. Yeah. Oh man, there you go. Now we're thinking outside the box.
My God, this cheesecake is out of this world. It only costs 10 space tokens.
So have you guys seen the movie Passengers
Mm-mm.
with my girl J Law and Chris Pratt?
No, is that why they're stuck on a ship and he wakes her up?
Yeah, exactly. So
But then she finds out later that it's on purpose.
Yep. So
Yeah. So I never saw the movie.
Way to ruin it for you.
Yeah, I never saw the
Everybody.
movie, but I know what it's about.
So what it is actually they are all like in hibernation. They are all like supplied all these nutrients, whatever. They're in like hypersleep, and they're on this aircraft going to this new planet. So maybe that might be a way to do it instead of putting everybody in this fucking light years doing this gravity propulsion system. We just find a way to, make people hypersleep without aging. So that way we can put them in there and then they can fly all the way across for however long it fucking takes. And then we get there. And then you have these people that can fucking, you know, what's it called? These people grow this planet. You take construction workers there, you take material there, you take fucking engineers and scientists and fucking, teachers and people who are beneficial to society. We're not going to take any politicians there, but
Have you
we take all
seen
these.
Prometheus or any of its other reboots
No,
and extensions and prequels?
no.
Bro, the robot that's in control of all that is gonna ruin their trip. We'll just put it that way. I won't spoil those movies because those are actually good space odyssey movies.
Well, what happens is they wake up like 5 or 6 months prior to arrival.
Yeah, and they reacclimate, yada yada yada. I get it. There's just a big bus floating across space. They call it the Ark. I get it. I've seen this movie too, but I don't know why. It's not been a priority. We've been too involved with personal politics around the world for the last 50 years. Too busy with that to focus on what could have been the real next frontier, and that's space. You know what I mean? Rather than technology, it could have been space.
The final frontier.
If we had kept going in the 70s, the world might be, it would have cost a lot, but I think things would have advanced to the point where it's a regular thing now.
Well, what do you think is more obtainable? You think something like fucking like that jet propulsion system is more attainable? That is a theory, air quote, or
the only thing
like
theoretical,
hypersleep?
the only thing theoretical in our lifetime, in my opinion, is short trips to space, to land on the moon, take a picture and come back. It'll be a tourist attraction. Why do you think Virgin's trying to do it?
Yeah, but isn't it like, because weren't they looking at selling seats to the moon, and it was like $20 or $20 million a seat just to go to the moon?
Right, but that was all what you're seeing now. That was all the concept, marketing material and everything like that, to what you're actually seeing happening now, like technology-wise now. And I would say in the next 10 to 15 years, you're going to see billionaires taking trips to the moon and taking a picture and coming back.
For what, though? Just to go?
Because
Just
they
tourist
can.
attractions like going to fucking Disneyland?
Because to a billionaire who has literally been successful at almost everything in his life, what can he achieve next that will top his last achievement? There's just that different mindset. I talk about it all the time, that like extra, like, some of them stumble into it. I do understand that, but there's some of them who are just like, whatever I need to do to top what I did last is what I'm going to do. You know what I mean? And that's where you see him, go on safari hunts and kill illegal animals. And that's where you see him, I'm not kidding about this, take young children to islands and, do different things with them.
God bless it.
Nice plug there, Cody.
What a disaster.
Well, it's a great transition.
What a fucking disaster that is.
So I saw this political fucking cartoon that had Hillary Clinton and Bill Clinton sitting on a porch, and Hillary's telling Bill like, oh, like I deleted 50,000 emails. You couldn't delete 37 fucking flight itineraries.
This is unraveling quick. So our guy John here really spoke about this a few episodes ago, and I cut it out because I just feel like it's a really sensitive topic. But now this is
it's blowing up, isn't it?
It's blowing up a little
news.
bit. Yeah, and John and his brother PJ, I have it on video. I'll see if I can pull it. But I have it on video where John and his brother basically, spill the beans on this whole thing, like something big's about to happen. I don't quite know what it is, but something big's about to happen. And then they told us the whole, child pedophilia ring of all these billionaires and powerful political figures and these island retreats and these island getaways and these one-way trips for young children, to go out here and be these billionaires accoutrement.
Do you know how many times he's been caught already? This is the fucked up part.
Was it like 3 times?
3 times already he's gotten caught. They just keep letting him out. And then because this happened, I work on 2nd Avenue and 17th. Yeah. I also work on 2nd and 38th. His mansion is on 71st. So it's pretty close in the city to where I'm at.
Really?
So because even you walk into the hospitals, patients are watching the news, and that's all that's on is him, because it's like a hometown guy. It's happening right in our city. And I guess if you drive by there, there's still FBI wrappings around his doors where they were busted in, and they found fake boobs next to his bathtub that he could squeeze while he took a bath. And he had a bunch
that's
of
not illegal, is it?
No, but he had a bunch of prosthetic legs hanging from his chandeliers.
You sure they were prosthetic?
They were prosthetic, yes. And I don't know, it's just messed up that somebody like that can get away with it so many times.
Yeah, and just so everybody understands, we're talking about the whole Jeffrey Epstein getting arrested, and basically on child pedophilia charges.
Child or human trafficking.
Which I guess they're saying it's not human. They're trying to get him off of human trafficking charges because it was just a pay-to-play situation. So it's not like he was like a pimp.
The luxury of having fucking amazing lawyers that can dissect the fucking.
It's not amazing lawyers. He's basically, or his lawyers are basically saying whatever the maximum bail is that they can set, it's like $100 million, or they can deny bail if they deem him a flight risk, which he absolutely is.
Obviously is.
Well, they just found his fake passport in his safe.
In his Manhattan apartment, they found out his fake passport. Again, he's a billionaire, so they're like, oh yeah, he's got bundles of cash laying around. Okay. All right. But the Saudi Arabian passport, that's what I wanted to get to. That one was the one where I read the article and I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's interesting.
Oh, yeah.
Because none of those guys are going down for anything.
No. What do they got to worry about?
No, absolutely. No, we'll hook you up with a passport, with a Go Pass.
Yeah, we'll give you some of our kids who are living in poverty for some money and turn it around. Not a problem at all.
I'll just go back
home.
I think that passport sealed his fate in terms of actually getting a bail. I think they're gonna make him sit in jail.
Well, he wasn't going to Saudi Arabia to lay on a beach. What do you go to Saudi Arabia for? Are you going there for tourist attractions?
Business.
He was a horrible businessman.
He only handled billion-dollar accounts, says the article.
Even all of his closest friends,
he was a hedge
they
fund
don't understand.
Person, right?
They don't even understand.
Allegedly,
how he did it.
Tucker Carlson went on a 2-minute rant with somebody else about how all of his business dealings are shady. Nothing that he says makes sense. He could just be a big pimp, like a big kingpin pimp, and that's how he got all of his money. He says he's a hedge fund manager, but there's no proof of that happening. He moved all of his businesses down to the U.S. Virgin Islands or something like that, where you don't have to declare any kind of any kind of money at all. So he moved all of his businesses down there, and it's just been one shady event after another. And you mix in countless, this is the third time, like John said, that he's been caught up with either child pedophilia charges or molestation charges or something like that. And you're talking about children, closer to the age of 12 than 15 or 16, and it's a little.
Where are the fucking parents? That's what pisses me off. Because even like when I was at work the other day, I saw this like 5-year-old who was just on a scooter, just riding all by themselves. No parent was around, no nothing. It's like, what the fuck? Where the fuck is your mom at, dude?
So I
Insane.
felt bad today. So we took my daughter to swim lessons. Okay, yesterday, swim lessons were. I won't skirt around it. They were a nightmare. She was not good. She kept throwing stuff into the pool. She didn't listen to the instructor. Now she's 3, so I get it. It's new to her.
Course.
Yada yada. You got there a little early. She had time to play rather than jumping right into class. So she was a little not focused, and she was running around and stuff like that. So I stayed out there with her yesterday and tried to, keep her sat down and everything like that. I was very, into the process. Involved in the process would be a better phrase. I was right there. And there was another mom there, and her daughter was there, and her daughter wasn't getting much time because my daughter was just throwing stuff in the pool the entire time and running around in circles, and not wearing her goggles and everything like that. So her daughter didn't really get, a whole lot of time with the instructor, and I felt really bad. So today, my lovely wife decides to go with me. She says, listen, we got to do this. We'll just leave her out there. Like, we'll just leave her with the instructor, and we won't stick around. I'm like, but babe, then we got like our kid is running around the pool while the instructor is in the pool the whole time. Like our kid's running around the perimeter of the pool and our instructor is on, in the pool the whole time. He can't hop out of the water every time he's got to go run and grab our daughter. Like we got to go stand there like she's 3, Like you're going to leave when she goes to ballet class too? So long story short, that's what we did. And once again, that mom was sitting there with her at the end of the, when we went back out there from working out, we saw like this other mom that was there yesterday was sitting there with her, like explaining to her like what to do and stuff like that. And I'm like, oh, geez, we're these parents now. We're the parents that go inside and work out rather than watching their daughter in swim class. Dude, I don't know what I was listening to. I was listening to my wife, and she knows best, especially, with her daughter and everything like that. But, I can't be those parents. You know what I mean?
I get it.
Yeah.
She was good for the first 5 minutes of it today, and then, we went inside, and apparently she just started doing laps around the pool. I'm like, oh, geez, I guess she fell into the pool. Someone had to go in and get her.
You can get her some catnip.
And we're inside. We're inside walking on the treadmill, doing the abdominal machines.
Those actually make you thicker.
Huh?
That's a fallacy. Those actually make your fucking your love handles bigger.
Oh.
Yeah, it gets them burning. No, see, I do a lightweight, but I do like 47 reps.
No, it's still like you're building that muscle over there. You're not breaking it down.
News to me, Doug. I'll find a different machine. That would explain a lot. Why doesn't this shirt fit anymore? I've been doing this ab machine at the gym. I've been doing this ab machine for the last 2 weeks. Yeah. Cody, you're looking thicker. Well, I've been working out a lot.
The wife's a chubby chaser, so it's all good in the hood.
That's weird.
Hey, dad bods are in. Dad bods are the new thing. Okay, mm-hmm. Nobody likes these hunks. They like these dad bods because they look like they care more about other people than they do about themselves.
I think they like something in the middle. That's what I'm gonna be.
Like a little Jay Cutler style.
Exactly. You got a little thick on you, but it's a good thick.
Nailed it right on the head.
That'll be our goal for the rest of 2019. Get Jay Cutler thick.
Get Jay Cutler thick. Yeah. That's a great saying. We should get that made on a t-shirt. Copyright. Outspoken Gents. Nobody can steal it.
Yeah, if you steal it, I'll fucking kill you. So yeah, guys.
Really, but he might.
Real quick to wrap this up, he's one of our favorite comedians. He's one of our favorite actors. He's one of our favorite people in general. Mr. Adam Sandler. We're going to go through Adam Sandler's top 5 movies real quick.
We can do this. So, I think my favorite movie, so my number one at the very top, it's got to be Billy Madison.
Thank God you didn't say Cobbler.
epicness. Cobbler. I
What the
haven't
fuck
actually
is
seen that.
Hidden gem, dog.
Cobbler. Well, we'll have to look that up. If it's an older Adam Sandler movie.
No, it's new.
It's new.
No, it's new. Then I probably
Newer.
don't
I don't.
want to
It's not
watch it.
like brand new.
I
What was
well,
it?
I think right off the top you got to go. You got. I think you got them right in order. I think you got Billy Madison, Happy Gilmore, Waterboy, right there, just like that. Bada bing, bada boom.
Mama said.
All
Mama said.
great
Mama said.
characters. Happy Gilmore and Billy Madison, I think, were essentially the same character. Just one was adopted and didn't come from anything, and the other one was rich and came from a lot. So,
Happy Gilmore wasn't adopted. Was he?
well, went to live with his grandma. You know, raised by his grandma. They didn't have much. You know,
365 days till next year's tryouts. Got to get tougher.
where is this Cobbler thing that you're seeing? The
I think
Cobbler,
it's a Netflix movie.
214 or 2014. The Cobbler. Was he a shoemaker?
I think he was a shoemaker.
He makes shoes.
He makes shoes over there by the coffee shop.
He shines shoes.
Shine shoes.
He shines shoes. Yeah, I think you missed out on Grown Ups. Grown Ups was one of the best movies, I think, ever.
That's not just an Adam Sandler movie. Like that's kind of like combined with like, he wasn't the star of the movie. He was one of them, but he shared the spotlight. Whereas like, Billy Madison is centralized around his character. Happy Gilmore, Waterboy, Big Daddy.
Mr. Deeds has got to be in your top 5.
Mr. Deeds is an excellent choice. I am very happy you said that. That definitely should be up there. I don't know. That might take the spot over 8 Crazy Nights, but 8 Crazy Nights is just one of my favorite Christmas movies. It's great. I always have that on during Christmas time. Just gives me a nice
Little
laugh.
Nicky? Gotta put Little Nicky in there.
Little Nicky, yeah, it was kind of gimmicky, but
yeah, Grown Ups was a Happy Madison production.
Just an
FYI.
The Longest Yard.
Oh man, great
Remake.
movie, great remake. You know what? One of the few remakes that I can actually stand watching.
Yeah, it was all him too.
Good for him. That's perfect. He got everybody together.
And Joey Diaz. Joey Diaz went there for that because he played the big guy.
Yeah, I didn't even realize that.
Can of corn, I'll be fine. Can of corn.
He had $50 to his name.
Really?
What he did is he bought 2 joints for $10, and then he took a cab to the airport with his other 40. Then he got there. They brought him upstairs for him to do the reading, and they're like, "Yeah, you got the part." He's like, "Okay." He's like, "I don't have any money though." They're like, "Don't worry about it. Adam's got you covered. Go downstairs." He goes downstairs. There was a rental car and an envelope with like $5,000 in it. So Adam hooked him up, brought him over to where they were shooting the film at, and then when he got there, Adam Sandler went outside in his flip-flops and his khaki shorts, and he brought all of Joey Diaz's luggage upstairs to the hotel himself.
Adam Sandler's that man.
Dude, when you look at this list, that's a great story. When you look at this list of movies that he's been in or loosely associated with, I mean, it's pretty incredible. There's a few duds. That's My Boy. Jack and Jill.
Oh yeah, what's that other one? The
Bucky Larson, Born to Be a Star.
Click.
Oh, such a good movie.
Oh, really?
God, Click.
You like that?
Click is an awesome movie. Yeah. You don't like that?
I don't know.
What about every single SNL skit that he was in?
Oh, yeah. Dude, him and he's
Chris Farley.
Yeah, I was just about to say, yeah, him and Chris Farley, I think we're just like, fanboys at this point, but,
Rest in peace, Chris Farley.
They are, Like
Oh,
awesome. Yeah, rest in peace. But they are
The
awesome.
Wedding Singer.
Ah,
Dude,
Yeah.
the wedding
So many
singer.
good movies.
it's a banger.
Yeah. When she puts the meatballs in his hand. Oh,
I do that.
that's a good meatball. That's a good meatball.
Sheesh, man.
Is it meatballs or is it the big cannoli things? The big shells with cheese. With
Oh, cannolis.
It's a
Don't just
meatball.
call them shells with cheese. Those are a delicacy.
What are they called?
They're called cannolis.
No. The big shell. The big
There's
pasta shell.
raviolis.
No,
and there's
it's an open shell. Okay.
tortellinis.
No. No, that's not it
We're just
either.
gonna name every Italian dish.
It's
There it
it's
is.
like shit. Oh man, damn it. Big
Pierogies.
shells. No.
Oh. Hey guys. Don't mess with Zohan. Yeah?
Never saw it.
No? What?
Stuffed shells. Stuffed
Mm.
shells. Here, hold on. I gotta show you.
They look like seashells. I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. I gotta show you guys.
You guys just rolled over on my Don't Mess with Zohan. Which
We'll
was an
we'll
excellent
edit.
fucking
We'll edit
movie.
this. Stuffed shells. Do you see them?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Ricotta stuffed shells, my man.
Oh baby, give me some of that. I'm gonna diet. I can't be doing that right now.
Put a little
Guys.
English on it.
Guys, I missed out on another huge one that
Yeah.
should probably go up on that list. And I'm very, very angry with myself. Anger management.